We are going to make barbecue for your dolls using these materials: toothpicks, toilet paper, cardboard, craft paint, craft foam paper, glue, water, Mod Podge, hot glue, cardstock, a coffee stir, nail file, makeup or chalk pastels, and foil. First, we're going to make ribs. The first thing that we're going to do is cut very small, little tiny pieces of cardboard. We're going to apply glue generously to a toothpick. Stick the toothpick through the little holes on the cardboard. Use about 6, no more than 7. Make sure that you put a space between the cardboard pieces. Then we're going to cut at an angle at the top and the bottom so that it will look like this. Next, we're going to apply glue generously to both sides and use our fingers to spread it all out evenly. After that, we'll be taking toilet paper. We're going to wrap the toilet paper around about 4 or 5 times and make sure it's covered. And if it gets too dry, I use a little water on the fingertips to kind of soften up the paper and even it out. Make it tight on the ends. A little more water or glue if needed. But it's going to look like this. I'm going to cut the excess toothpick off and use the scissors to kind of press between the cardboard. We're going to make 2 slabs of ribs. One we're going to paint cooked and one we're going to paint uncooked. To paint each slab of rib, I'm using a marbleizing technique. For the uncooked ribs, we will apply drops of pink, red, and white paint. To paint the cooked ribs, I'm going to use red, pink, and brown paint. Don't want to mix the colors evenly, so I'm tapping the paintbrush instead of stroking. It leaves a nice textured effect. Then we're going to make a few individual pieces of little ribs. So we're going to apply glue to a little stick, wrap it in toilet paper. A really small one. And this is how it looks after it's painted. So when that's all drying up, we're going to make burgers and chicken with a mixture of glue, water, and toilet paper. Again, we're going to make a raw batch of burgers and chicken, and then we're going to make a cooked batch of burgers and chicken. So you take the toilet paper, paint it, and you just use it, you just form it with your fingers, make a little shape. With this piece of chicken right here, a little drumstick, you're going to make a little shape. To make a tray, we're going to cut a piece of cardboard, cover it with foil, and it makes a little serving tray. And then we need 2 serving trays, one for the raw meat and one for the cooked meat. When all the paint is dry and everything, then we're going to add a little layer of Mod Podge to seal it all together, and it looks really great. Now it's time to make the sauce. We're going to cut really thin strips of that cardstock and glue them together to make a long strip of paper. Then we're going to start to twist it and coil it up really tight. And just turn it till maybe the size of a nickel maybe, or a quarter. We're going to glue it on the ends and apply glue generously to both sides. And then we're going to actually press the middle out, the bottom, and it's going to actually make a little bowl shape. You have to be really careful when you're doing it though. It's going to make a bowl shape, and we're going to have it sit and dry. When the glue is dry, that's our little bowl. This part is optional, but I'm using a nail file to even out the hard edges so the bowl could be nice and smooth. And then I'm going to paint it black. When that's dry, I'm going to seal it with a layer of Mod Podge. Take a Q-tip and a coffee stirrer. And this is going to be the little handle for the sauce bowl. We're going to fill it with hot glue. I mix glue and paint to make the sauce. And put that in the top in our little sauce bowl. And then I'm also going to apply the sauce to the meat that we have cooking in the grill. You can go to My Froggy Stuff's YouTube channel to see how to make a grill. Next we're going to make the side dishes. So we're going to make corn. I'm going to cut really small strips of toilet paper, use a toothpick and glue, and actually wrap the toilet paper around the toothpick. You can apply glue as needed. You don't want to use too much glue, but then you don't want it to be too dry. And you can also use water on your fingertips too to help out. Right here I'm applying the glue as needed. I sped up the tape a little bit to save time. Done. When you're done, you're going to use your fingers to kind of pinch it together. And I've got 3 of them on a stick, and I painted yellow. Once that paint is dry, I'm going to use hot glue to apply small little dots on the corn. Those are going to be the kernels. You have to be super, super careful and apply very, very little pressure, or else the dots will be too big and it'll be a big glue blob. But if you apply a tiny bit of pressure, have nice, tiny, controlled little dots, that'll be great. When that's done, you're going to apply some another coat of yellow paint. When that's dry, you'll cut off the corn, apply some more Mod Podge, and that's the corn on the cob. Now we're going to make a potato salad or egg salad or coleslaw. Just take Kraft foam, dice it up really small. Another batch of water with glue and toilet paper. I put a little white paint in there also. Added the Kraft foam, mixed it up. I made another bowl, decorative bowl. When I put the salad in there, I used a little red powder makeup for a little paprika on our dish. I also made a little small single serving of our potato salad or egg salad or coleslaw, whatever you want to call it. When it's dry, we'll seal it with a coat of Mod Podge. And we're going to make dinner rolls now. Another mix of the glue, water, and toilet paper, and I pressed it together to make a small little shape of a dinner roll, and I used a little scissors to press a little line in the center. Once you have your shape, you let that dry, and then you use brown makeup to kind of dust it, give it a nice baked look, make it look nice and baked. Cover that with Mod Podge, and then everything is done. Dinner is served. We have our barbecue ribs, we have chicken, we have burgers, our side dishes, corn, dinner rolls, and the potato salad. Looks great. Now here's another crafting trick. Remember those bowls that we made for our serving dishes? They also make really nice decorations. So you could color them, paint them any color you want, and place them in your nice doll's room. Thanks for watching.